Your Olympic hero has arrived. It's true, it's true.
You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another episode of Random Thoughts. This one's just a regular Random Thoughts, not really ranty or anything. But today I wanted to go over the fact that I've come across multiple articles with people claiming they've identified Jack the Ripper through DNA analysis. They're claiming it was a guy named Aaron Kaminsky, who was a Polish barber at the time, who apparently they've been trying to do DNA analysis on for years, with it failing. And I just want to give my thoughts on this, as to whether or not I believe this to be the case, because I remember a few years back, they also claimed to have identified the Zodiac Killer, but there was still enough debate that obviously wasn't definitive. And part of me thinks this will go down a similar route, because I don't know how you get DNA evidence this far in the future, because Jack the Ripper was in the fucking 1800s, so I just don't see DNA surviving that long. That just seems crazy to me. I mean, granted, I'm certainly no forensics analysis expert, so maybe I'm wrong on that, and I'm not saying that this isn't Jack the Ripper. I'm just saying I find it a little hard to believe that they identified him after so long. So it just seems crazy to me. Not to mention, this doesn't factor in the possibility that Jack the Ripper could have also been a couple of different people. Because, you know, records at the time and evidence at the time wasn't anywhere near as advanced as it is now. So at the time, I'm pretty skeptical of it. I don't necessarily believe that they've identified Jack the Ripper as they claim to have done, because it's just one expert claiming they've done it, at least according to a few of the articles I've kind of skimmed over. Now, granted, I haven't read any of these articles in their entirety. I've just kind of looked over the abstract. So, you know, not really doing my due diligence on that part. I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical of it. As I'm recording this, I'm looking over some more of the stuff. Apparently, they made the match using a shawl that was found at the scene of one of the victims, Catherine Eddowes, who was murdered in 1888. And his great-great-grandniece is the one who provided a DNA sample that apparently confirmed the link. Now, they're still, like, trying to, like, legal teams are apparently trying to get him to be named the killer, but, again, that hasn't currently happened, as far as I can tell. There's just articles going around about it. Wikipedia hasn't updated it, but, again, they're not exactly a reliable source of information. So, obviously, that doesn't mean anything either. But what I wonder is, what kind of DNA evidence survived on a scarf after 136 years? Like I said, I'm still looking at some of the articles as I'm recording this, so, you know, I'm sort of updating the information as I'm recording it. But just seems strange to me. Apparently it was mitochondrial DNA. So, again, that's insane to me. It was a blood-stained shawl, so was it his blood? Is that what they're getting at? I don't know. Just seems crazy to me that something like that could still have DNA evidence after so long. Now, even then, let's say that is the case, right? That is his blood or whatever on the shawl. Does that actually prove he's Jack the Ripper? Not necessarily. Proves he was there at the crime scene, or at least his DNA was. Obviously, with a whole legal investigation, they would have had to conduct the whole thing to, like, actually do, like, a proper trial and shit, which is obviously impossible, given the fact that he's dead. So, I mean, even if this evidence does suggest it, which, again, I'm still, you know, a little bit skeptical on it, to say the least, to me it just seems crazy, and obviously that is just one piece of the puzzle, because, again, it's such an old case. I don't get how people think that it could be... Like, granted, technology's crazy now, so, I mean, stranger things have happened. I'm not going to completely 100% say it's impossible this is the case. I just think that it's a bit of a stretch to me. It just seems a bit out there. Anyway, that's all I really had to say. Thought it was interesting enough to do a video on. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. Toodles.
Hey, man, let's go home.
I'm gonna fucking die here, Jack!